Welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons with me, Sawyer, and my dad, Alex Jackson, the agency owner of the Jackson Agency. Hope you are having a great day so far. Let's talk about some silly problems with simple solutions. Dad, kick that intro.
All right, man, I got you. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons with my best dude over here, Sawyer and Alex Jackson. We are from the Jackson Agency, and we are so happy to have everyone here this morning. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Johnny. High fives, everyone. Guys, this is something new I started, and I want you guys to start using this on your teams. When you have meetings and stuff, do the virtual high five or the virtual knucks. Like, boom, let's go. Get everything, like, boom, let's go. Right? Here, Sauce, try it.
Let's go.
Boom, let's go. All right. So it's just something to bring a little bit of fun to your teams and to your business and all that good stuff. So last week, we were live from two different locations. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Sawyer was in Illinois at home. And I was visiting a buddy of mine, and it was just really cool because this business offers so many different opportunities, right? From being able to get out there and travel and be with family. And so this week, we are in
Kansas City, Missouri right now.
Yep. And why are we here?
Because Mom and Dad are going to a Chiefs game tomorrow.
Yep.
Today we're going to Legoland.
Yeah, buddy. So, man, it's just so cool to have all the opportunities that this business offers us. So if it, just embrace the awesomeness that this business offers. I'm so excited to see that the numbers every single week of live attendees are jumping and going up every week. In a little bit, we're going to announce and tease who we're going to be having on next week for one of our favorite episodes that we're most excited about, which is Scaling with Sawyer. Scaling. So what's that about, Neil? Why don't you tell them? Don't tell them who the guest is, but why don't you tell them about the whole premise? That means the idea behind.
What if we talk more about simple problems?
No, we will. But let's tease what next week's is going to be like about. What is Scaling with Sawyer about?
Scaling with Sawyer is like where we talk about scaling a business with other people.
Yep. And then you're going to do the interviewing, right? Like you're going to do the interviewing with the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure earners and talking to them about their businesses and kind of from the mind of a 10-year-old, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be super cool. So tune in. We'll give a teaser who it's going to be, and then we'll put out an event reminder and all that for next week. So today this topic is, so last week we did family time. Week before that, we did kind of an intro, first ever video. And today we want to get some participation from you guys within the comments. So today is I put out a poll on the Insurance Syndicate. I don't know if anyone was able to get to it quick enough last night. It was late when we got to the hotel, or this morning if you saw it. But what we want to talk about is silly problems with really simple solutions. Like I've been in this business now for 5+ years, and I know like what Wetmore says on his Tactical Thursdays. He said it on his intro video. There's so much stuff up here. Not that I have all the knowledge, obviously. There's plenty of other people with plenty more information. But I want to be able to like give back some of the information and give back some of the stuff that we've run into and just talk about it, right? Because there's so many things that a lot of people in this business, I think they take like something real tiny and ends up being kind of silly and turns it into something that is so like we blow it out of proportion and we make a big deal about it. But really, it's a simple solution to what seems like a big problem. But when we look back on it, it's kind of a silly problem, right? So I want to there's about 10 or 15 of you in the live right now. And
give us some problems that you have, and we'll solve them.
Yeah.
Simple solution.
So let's see here. I've got Melissa says it's going to be a great day. That is so true, Melissa. Thank you for that. And then maybe you and Sawyer want to interview me, meaning her, in being brand new and needing specific direction and what that truly looks like. Okay, that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll get that set up for a future episode. And then Mr. Johnny in there saying love it. I don't know if that means us or the intro, probably all of the above. So yeah, let's have some interaction here. If you guys want to put in the chat there, what are some things that you've run into while you've been in the business, regardless of how long you've been in it, that you think other people need to hear from? And I've got some things to talk about if I don't get any immediate text in the chat here, but let's see if I can get any feedback here from you guys of some stuff. You're like, man, I ran into this problem and I thought it was such a big deal, but I overcame it this way. Or I ran into this thing over here and I fixed it by doing this. Or maybe you've run into a problem that you find right now is a huge issue, but you need help with it, right? And like maybe I can help provide a little bit of solution to it. So while we're waiting for some of those chats to come in, one thing that I find a lot of people run into in this business that I've learned that it seems overwhelming, but at the end of the day, if we look back on it, like I said earlier, it's really kind of silly. And one of those things that can very easily be solved simply with a solution is the business that you're in. You can find mentorship, leadership, and personal development. I want to start first with the personal development, because I personally believe that personal and professional development is one of the best ways to make yourself a better fill in the blank, whether it be husband, father, mother, daughter, wife, business owner, community member, child, if you're a child to someone, which we all are, right? Business owner, salesperson, all the above, right? So I think that one thing that a lot of people miss the boat on in this business is getting a good grasp on how to personally develop. And the ones of you who are here right now, you're doing that, right? You're here, you're listening, you're learning, you're digging in. Hopefully you're listening to the 5 other broadcasts that happen at 9:00 in the morning every single day of the week, Central Time. We've got a show on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday here on the Insurance Syndicate. And every single one of those is a way to get some extra gold nuggets. So get poured into in a different way. Hear from someone that you may not normally hear from in the industry, that's outside of your organization or outside of your team. Maybe it's even outside of the type of business you write. Maybe you write P&C and you need to hear from a life person. Maybe you write health and you need to hear from a P&C person. But the getting poured into part and being willing to listen to what other people have to say and how the knowledge they've taken from the business is really a way to soak up different things within this business. Sawyer, tell me a little bit about like whenever I know you don't read like personal and professional development books, but you do read stuff at school, right? Like you read different books, and sometimes you listen to like educational videos or stuff like that. So on an aspect of getting like learning more about how to do better in a certain topic or a certain um, s- um, like get better at a certain problem, what have you found, like if you read this book or if you watch this certain video and learn how to do something, do you find that helpful for you?
Yes.
Okay, talk about it a little bit. Speak up so I can hear you better.
Um,
So, so just talk about like, have you ever like wanted to learn how to do something and you go out and you find a video maybe on YouTube on how to do it, and now you know how to do it, so now you can actually solve the problem on your own, right? Can you think of an example of when you've done that?
making paper airplanes.
Okay,
Like
well,
making, I can
okay.
take a piece out of this.
Well, speak up so they can hear you good.
So I learned how to make a paper airplane launcher. I learned how to make paper airplanes super good.
What else? So how was the quality of the paper airplane before you learned how to do it from a professional versus after learning how to do it from a professional in
At
videos?
first it was really professional, but I didn't know how to make it.
Right. He was
But
more professional than you were, right?
yes.
Okay.
So I just it was like, so I wasn't really good at making paper airplanes before. I watched the tutorial on how to make it, and then I was like, oh, that makes more sense. And then I was making paper airplanes nonstop, and they were way better than before.
And so did you practice a lot on how to, like the first time you did your one after you're watching your tutorial, was it the best one you ever made? Probably not, right? The ones you
It
made,
was one of the best ones I've
but
ever
you made more and more over time, right? And did
And
they
they've
get
gotten
better?
Well, I feel like some of them have been better, some of them have been worse.
Okay. What about baseball? Because like I know in the first video that we did with Joe, you talked about obviously you're playing baseball this year, kids pitch. So what about like the professional? And when I say professional, I mean like going to practice. Does going to the practice help you get better or get worse, or do you actually learn more each time? Right? Because you develop, right?
A lot of the times I can develop some.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the times I don't develop anything.
Well, you're always developing something because you're getting a new skill, right? And if that skill might be patience with your teammates, and sometimes, right?
Mostly.
Yeah. So even a 10-year-old, right? He may just be learning these simple skills at a 10-year-old level, but I think it applies to all of us, right? We have to learn to find a way, mentorship, reading, videos, audiobooks, whatever that thing might be, in order to help us get better each time. So that's one thing in regards to a silly problem with a simple solution. Melissa said, getting in front of people consistently is the mindset that makes it happen every day. Getting in front of people consistently is the mindset that makes it happen every day. So I'm going to kind of expand on that a little bit and what I think that means as well. So in regards to, mindset, we got to be sure to keep, I personally believe that the professional and personal development, reading and all those kind of things are the ones that help us keep our mind right, so that we can have the right attitude, the right perception, the right stance and posture when going into meeting with a client. Because if you're meeting on Zoom or on the phone or in person or in an office, whatever it may be, if you're going in, like I always train on, if you're going in chasing the money, you're never going to make a dime. If you go in looking for the dollar, you're not going to make a dime. If you go in with the idea and the mindset that I want to help this family get protected, regardless of the products you sell in insurance, you're going to help them. And we call it impact for income. The more impact you can make on a family, the more income you make, because they've been helped the right way, not your way. That's the way I look at it personally. Right. So I think your mindset and the way that you approach the business is super important. The other thing I just want to briefly talk on, and we'll wrap this up, so everyone can get back to helping families on a Saturday, is the idea of who do I go to when I need help, right? That could be mentorship. It could be the mentor you have that brought you into the business, or maybe you found the business on your own. It could be the group you're a part of. It could be the agency you work with. It could be so many different individuals, right? But if you don't have someone that's helping you along this journey that we call insurance, find someone. I don't care if they're within your organization, outside of your organization, within a group like this, where it's safe to be able to come to another person and say, hey, can you help me with this solution or help me with this problem I'm having? Because one thing I can guarantee you is if you're looking for help, there's a ton of people within this insurance syndicate. Find the right ones, and they're willing to help you without worrying about, oh, they're going to, poach me or do this. No, we're just here to try to help people, right? Like Joe and Tony created this group to be able to help individuals with helping more families. Period, the end, right? Period, the end. We want to help people help more families. Because if we're doing that on a massive scale, everyone's going to make more money, right? So go out, find someone that you can work with, find a good mentor, a coach, a teacher, whatever you want to call them. Just don't find a manager. Okay, find someone that can help you. And the cool part is when you are when you have the autonomy of being a broker and an independent agent, we'll call it. Depending on who you're with, you can work with this group for PNC maybe, or maybe you can work with that group over there to do some life insurance or health insurance. And maybe you need a group that can help you do group plans, or I don't know. There's all kinds of there's so many different things. I mean, guys and gals, this is a $17 trillion industry. There's plenty of pie for the taking, right? Like what your little organization that may be $150 million a year organization, it's this much of the pie of 17 trillion. There's so much opportunity out there for all of us to be able to make so much money by helping so many families. It's ridiculous. So I challenge you, right? So I challenge all of you, go out there. Let's do this again next month. This next month, I'm going to put out next month for this category. I'm going to put out a little a survey a little sooner, and I want to hopefully get some more impact and get some more interaction from everyone. And so I appreciate everyone being on today. We're going to get this thing wrapped up for everyone. Let's get out there. Let's help some families and go make a phenomenal Saturday. And don't worry about the silly problems, because I promise you they have simple solutions. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Yabba dabba doo!